Whipping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mess, hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to run my pain. I see something coming out of that rain. My day, really my game. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. I'm a slave for you. To the bottom of the bottle, I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and it away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck in for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole damn week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million cause that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family. From a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to run my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. My day, really my game. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Whipping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god. Mess, hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to run my pain. I see the sun coming out of that rain. My day, really my game. I'ma never slow down, I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you.
When winter hits, you've got to be ready to storm through the most extreme winter conditions. Introducing the LARUE D Series 2-stage snowblowers, built to take on any challenge. Rise to the occasion with performance, efficiency, and precision with a choice of ribbon or dual auger conveyor. Select the optimal configuration depending on your work environment. 9 models ranging from 134 to 365 horsepower deliver precision casting combined with a solid stream, better handling, and a more stable ride thanks to unmatched power-to-weight ratio, and gained flexibility by side casting directly from the drum. The LARUE D Series has been designed to reduce operator fatigue, improve comfort, and lower your operating cost. Our LCD multi-language screen helps drivers operate more effectively and focus on the road, and enjoy better visibility thanks to an off-centered spot casting chute combined with an angled hood. All this, plus an optional wireless system to facilitate pairing with your wheel loader. Get the job done with our unique safety, design, and productivity features while experiencing virtually no downtime. Accomplish more by choosing among our many options available to meet your snow removal needs. Hydraulic tilting chute, enabling faster and safer unclogging. Telescopic chute extension for easier truck loading. Steering vane to help maneuver in and out of snowbanks. And LED lighting package, giving you a better view during nighttime operations. Experience ease of use and ease of service so that you can focus on the work at hand. Featuring proprietary safety bolt design so that operations will run smoothly without damaging main components. Gain easy access to hydraulics and engine compartment. Boost the productivity of your snow removal operations with performance and efficiency. Storm through with LARUE.
Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here with Signature eSports. It's a pleasure to have you live at a charge. There's a little bit of skipping there. I got some new settings that kind of came across what we're doing here. So thank you to everybody for being out there. Hope you're all having a wonderful night. It is your Countdown to Green here at the Sim 500 series. We're going to simmer some things down. I believe our output is kicking our butt right now, so we're going to make sure we're good to go. Good to see you all out there. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. It is a wonderful night to be racing, and we're going to be back here with the LARUE GT3 series presented by Sim 500 and all the fine folks over there. Good to see you all out there. We appreciate you as we see lots of things kind of do its drop off and do its fantastic thing. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And we thank you all very much for, well, you know, doing your thing and kind of kicking butt and taking names. So we had our Steve got a little bit unstable there, so went ahead and lowered some changes here. Drivers getting out there, warm up as we're going. Mr. Van Ness, thank you for the like. We will be switching over, so I can stream at 1440p on Twitch. And so all of our streams going forward will be 1440p on Twitch and YouTube. I do have to make one adjustment on the actual stream to be able to make it work like it's supposed to. So I want to thank everybody for being out there and knocking it out of the park. Because right now, technically, I'm streaming 1440p over 2 connections right now. And that's not what I want to be doing. So we're going to be we'll be making those changes. And you know, if we see any skipping in this race, I do apologize for it. We don't like to see it. We don't like to have it. We don't like to have any of those kinds of issues. But you know, we'll do the best we can. And we'll thank everybody for being out there. It's going to be interesting. That's for darn sure. Here's what we will do. We will get rid of this. We're gonna try to go minimalistic here tonight for what we've got going on. Let's get rid of the gaming display. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. I will still be on Facebook. I will always still be on Facebook. We're not going to get rid of Facebook. So just so everybody knows, we will stay live on all 3 platforms just like we were before. We will just be 1440p on Twitch and on YouTube. Facebook will only be 1080p. So just bear that in mind as we move forward and we continue to do things. We're gonna go with the on-screen display here from me. We're just gonna go through a little bit of glitching today. We're gonna try to make it work. Our system can handle a lot of things, and one of the things that I forgot to do is I forgot to take YouTube and Twitch and put it on the same output. So that's what we're seeing. So race information for today's race. We're going to the week 2 in the LARUE GT3 series. Best slow bowlers on the market for your commercial needs. So make sure you get out there and you go to LARUE.com. There's a link in the description for you. Sim500.com if you want to be a part of this series. We're running the Indy Road Course, the 2.39 mile length track. Track temperature right now with the cloudy skies, 88 degrees. So it's gonna be kind of slick here for a little bit as they lay down the rubber. 30% fuel, which means you're going to have to come to pit road at least one time for at least fuel. Tires and tire management, not really going to be a big factor. Race time is going to be 30 minutes. It's all they're going to run. And these drivers are going to be putting in the energy, and that's what they've got to do. iRacing is your platform for sim racing. We're going to thank iRacing.com for being the best in the business when it comes to everything that they do. These drivers they put on a great show last week at Watkins Glen. This week, choosing the Indy Road Course as the drivers going to work, and we'll see just kind of how this fares out and what they're going to do. And what's kind of leveling out. That's what we want to see. So, yeah, all the cool things. All the cool things. So, yeah. Man, oh man. Budgie, thank you very much for being out there. Thank you to everybody for being out there. It's crazy. It's crazy to see. We'll always be on the best platforms, so thank you very much. If I don't respond to chat, it is literally only because of the just trying to minimize things because we're hard encoding 3 streams right now, which was a mistake on my end whenever I click go live. This is the Sancio Grand Prix setup here for the Indianapolis Road Course. You're watching them get out there and practice. There's a 44 as they get ready to get into the swing of things. Kind of the cool things that happen. It's a big road course, big things happening, big encoding, spikes, big everything. So bear with me. I'm gonna make a change. You're gonna see a black screen for a moment here, folks. So bear with me. We're gonna make sure our frames are good and everything is looking good and everybody's doing themselves some justice, and we appreciate it. Appreciate everybody doing their thing. So Twitch, bear with me, Twitch. What I'm gonna do is actually, let's go to our settings, go to our output, and I want to make sure that we're good to go because we're not downscaling at all. So yes, we can do everything, but I want to make sure that everything is looking good, looking solid. All right, starting grid for this race. I wanted to get in there and make a change, so I had to make that change. So we are gonna make that change. We're gonna keep that change nice, cool, calm, and collected. We're gonna go back to this. We're gonna go back to that screen, and we're gonna have our starting grid here tonight. Kevin King is gonna be your pole sitter here for week 2 in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It is again the Indianapolis Road Course. Mark Jorgensen Jr. is going to be your outside pole sitter. Wesley Donaldson, William Amshoff is going to be there in road number 2. Robert Fryery III is going to have Tommy Ryan to his outside. Rich Swavely, Matt Spangler there in road number 4. Nick Silver is going to have Anthony Calantoni, the man, the myth, the legend, out there in road number 5. Corey Wolf is going to have John Schweikart out there in road number 6. Row 7, going to be Ross Harlow. Good to see Harlow out there. I haven't seen him in a hot minute. Glenn Campbell is going to be to his outside. Row 8 is going to be Tyler Hunter and Jonathan Thier. Tyler Dalton, Lane Phillips will be there in row number 9. Row 10, Progar and Greg Hammond. Brian Wertman's going to have John Fowler to his outside. Row 11, Jatina is going to be there with Robert Barber. then Cullen Johnston, Bobby Wetzel, Jeff Ryan, James Smith, and Mike Kelly, Brent Scott, Nelson Rivera, Roger Strickland out there. And then Justin Nelson, Gerald Livingston, your final drivers here. 34 of the finest drivers out here to run 30 minutes of racing, and they will be just fine. They'll be fine. Hey, one thing I will say is that we did not restart our computer, which I usually do before every single race, and so that might be something that's going on here. It's a cloudy day here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. iRacing is your platform, and some of the fastest cars on the circuit are getting ready to pace around and go green flag racing. It is going to be a blast, an absolute legendary blast, and the timing will reset. It says race for 2:24. It's a rolling start here instead of anything else. We'll see everybody try to manage here. That is a weird angle. Move forward. Thank you. That's a little insane. It's not a camera view you want to see. Oh, baby. Good better with the LARUE. If you are out there and you're in the market, I guarantee that you're not going to find anything better. And they've got places all over the world that you can get out there and get a LARUE snowblower. And maybe you're thinking about investing in something for your community. Well, they probably have an option for you. Say you've got a gated community out there, and you've got some very talented maintenance folks to be able to have that. I know that our homeowners association, when we lived down at Camelot here in the Missouri Lake of the Ozarks area, they were using something similar. So, there's always an option out there. All right, they're ready to go. I'm ready to go. You're ready to go. It is that time. Pace car is going to dive in as we get ready to hit the famous Brickyard front straightaway here. What a beautiful view here overhead as the pace car is in. Drivers are ready to go. I'm ready to go. You're ready to go. We'll see. These drivers look for a green flag. Turn one's going to be busy. We're going backwards on the Brickyard in the road course right here on iRacing. Through the grid. They're green. 30 minutes. Turn one busy. The right-hander coming up. Flat in the corner. Drivers trying to shoot the gap. Maybe trying to keep it cool, calm, and collected. Door to door as they go. Turn two is going to be the left-hander here. Turn three back to sharp dog leg. All the way out to the grass. They're going to go. Turn four. Going to be all the way to the right-hander as they come around toward the left-hander. Turn five. Splits turn six. Straightaway. As the drivers get up to speed, you're going to see how many, where the drivers are moving and how many they're going to be moving up, how many spots they've gained early, how many spots they've lost early. Turn 8 is going to be left-hander here. Sorry, that was turn 7. Now turn 8. Turn 9 back to the left. Turn 10 is going to take you up into traditional turn 1. It's going to put you back on the flat part of the racetrack here. I'm sorry, turn 2, not turn 1. Traditional turn 2 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And as they get up into the corner, they come down. They hit turn 12. A left-hander back for a little dog leg backwards here as the drivers hit turn 13. Turn 14. It's going to be a curved bell shape here. And drivers are here. Lap 1 complete. And that lap was about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Insanity. The paddock terrace into turn 1 is going to be Unser Lane. That's the right-hander into it. Left-hander is going to be right where the Unser Lane, right where that safety vehicle is. Turn 4 concourse coming up for turn 3 and turn 4. A little bit of grass happening in there as they go back. Little left-hander, turn 5, turn 6 again. The straightaways where all the speed kind of gets managed. This is the Lakeside straightaway. A lot of drivers working. There's Ross Harlow right where he started. A couple of drivers off a few spots. Corey Wolf is going to be off 3 as that driver goes to work. A lot to be said for everybody working. The active relative. Kevin King is your race leader. We'll make sure we put that up at the top for you folks so you guys can continue to see who your race leader is. 30. Have a little bit of issue there. See the Porsche go down to the outside. And everybody putting on a show. Save a little bit of tire goes a long way as everybody's busy right now. Keep an eye on where your car numbers are. You'll see exactly where these drivers are as they get up to speed and continue to push. Jeff Ryan, Nelson Rivera having an issue, so localized cautions. So Nelson Rivera holds on to the backside of the track over there. He's going to be up and running. Jatina's going to be limping around. He's got some very, very serious issues happening with that car. Big puff of smoke in the Audi. We'll go back and see what happened to Joey. Well, no, that's that right there. Jeff Ryan was right here. Let's see. He's smoking right there. So what happened to Joey? Right here. He's into the corner. Looked fine here. Oh, just got free. Oh, man. That was a little hard and aggressive. Well, that Audi's doing its thing. Porsche's all the way out there. Kevin King in an Audi. The R8 is 1:24.95, the fastest lap of the race. So far, so good for the drivers. They continue to press. We'll throw out what these drivers are running. Corvette in the form of Tommy Ryan in the 99, right where he started. Glenn Campbell in a Corvette, up 5 spots so far. Justin Nelson, your biggest mover of the race, up 13. Mike Kelly, he's back here at a Porsche as well. Opportunity knocking for that driver. How about the McLarens? The McLarens looking fantastic today. We've got a couple of Mercedes out there as well as Robert Barber runs the Mercedes AMG. We do have some Fords out there as well. The Mustangs, ever strong. Jonathan Theoret, Mustang as well. A couple of Lamborghinis out there. Again, the LaRue. Force on issue. Corey Wolf. Heavy brakes in the corner. The braking on these cars, it surprises me every time that you see it. Kevin King, fastest lap of the race, 1:24.77. Again, just continuing to move. Putting on a good show so far. 5 minutes into this one. Everybody doing themselves a great deal of luck. We'll go through and we'll check on some of these drivers that are working. And they're working. They're earning it, man. They are earning it. Live with William Amshoff. Why am I keep saying Amshoff? The 04. Let's go on board with him. I want to get on board with some of these drivers because let's face it, these things are amazing. This track is looking really good too. We'll get the bit rate right and we'll get everything else correct and we'll make it work for everybody. And we will. Ooh, big downshift. Oh, what a break into the corner there. He's right behind Wesley Donaldson as these three Porsches try to track down the Audi out there. Tommy Ryan not far off as well. We'll go on board with Tommy. You'll see what his online dashboard or his on point dashboard is going. I mean, the shifts are incredible. Listen to him flirt with the throttle here is insane. Straightaway speed, kind of looking at where the dashboard kind of shows up here. 157 into the corner. Now the Porsches just corner so much better than any of the other cars, in my opinion, just watching them over the course of the last couple of years, driving them as well, getting out there and finding the speed. But I tell you what, this is a track where straightaway speed matters. The long diffuser on the bottom side of this Corvette, it's showing up. Kevin King of the Audi, the 5100i rated driver, is a 2.8 second gap, but Jorgensen Jr. is catching him. 1900i rated Road Series racer. Some of the best in the Oval Series, getting out here and running with some of the best in the Road Series. We like to see it. How about Tommy Ryan? He's up to 6th. Matt Spangler right where he started. He's got that yellow Corvette working well. A little blink for him there. Anthony Calantoni. We like this guy. He's out there in his Porsche. These cars are just absolutely screaming. Oh, somebody going around back here. Glenn Campbell backwards. Want to flip the car around. Get a little bit of nose damage there. Saw him out of the corner of my eye there. Let's take a look and see what happened. I think he was just brake. Oh, he got ran into. Man, oh man. Glenn having a good race. The 44 is going to be out for. He was up a few spots. We'll see if he's going to be able to continue trying to press forward. That nose of that car, a little damage from hitting the grass. Corey Wolf right there in the Huracan. Getting a little airborne out of the corner there. Jonathan Thier in a Mustang, Nick Silver in a Mustang as well. I got to check on one of my favorite Mustangs. He's still in here. I don't know if he... Oh! Somebody... I don't know if somebody went off track or something happened back there. I heard something getting wheel hopped out of there. Wasn't Tyler in a Mustang last week? He led early. Right now he's in a Porsche. Robert Barber behind up 7. Justin Nelson again up 14 spots. Lost a spot here as Glenn Campbell gets back around. But 14 spots for the 1700 Road Series driver. Coming around here on the back half of the racetrack. Kevin King all the way up here in turn number 1. He is running the number 29. So that's what you're seeing on the right side of your screens. We have no driver numbers out there, just names, what they're driving, and the gap that they have. So keep pressing forward as they continue to do things. Good to see you all out there. I hope you're all having a wonderful night. It is that time. It is that day. And because it is, you are all amazing. You know, because why not? Oh, baby. Everybody having a good time. I hope you're all having a good time. I really am. I like this kind of racing because one, it's all about managing the gap. Kevin King still putting on a good show so far. Go to Sim 500 here a little bit. The LARUE GT3 series again, half-an-hour races each week. Last week, Martel got the win as everybody looks to try to back this one up. Next week, we're going to be at Sebring International Raceway. If you've not been to Sebring, well, you're missing out. Brad Dove, thank you very much for the like, sir. I appreciate you. Then Sonoma Raceway, Road Atlanta. After that, Circuit of the America Grand Prix. And then I believe race 7 looks to be Road America again. The Detroit Grand Prix Belle Isle. on November 21st. Daytona Road Course, the final race on December 5th. And then we start dirt racing right after that. Big holy cow from Budgie Bird. Much love to you. Thank you much. Thank you much. Again, I can't see all of chat right now because we are backing up everything when it comes to the stream and what we're doing. Just have a little bit of a coding issue. Just trying to make sure things are working properly. You know, I'm only encoding 1440p twice, and that's not what you want to be doing, folks. You want to encode it once and send it out as a signal one time, and I'm doing it twice. So, and then 1080 to another stream. So, the encoder is doing 14 times the work right now. Dylan Tony, Kevin King working. 4.4 second lead, Jorgensen to Wesley Donaldson. Drivers putting on a dang old show. Let's go on board with them. Into the corners, into the turn. Up and out. I do hope the stream is looking okay, and if it's not, please let me know. Budgie, you can send me a DM. Is it skipping around on you? Please let me know. Jonathan Schweikart up 3 in 9th here. Tyler Hunter back here in that 14th spot. It's got a little pack battle here. Corey Wolf off 4. Jonathan Thier just ahead of him. Thier in the Waste Management Group vehicle, doing himself a little bit of fun this year. Ross Harlow in the Mercedes AMG up a couple here. The 05 still going to work. Glenn Campbell having an issue back in the 44. He's still up. He's off 8 from the start of the race, and I'm thinking that nose damage might be doing something to his car. He had an issue on his 10th lap, 14th minute. Thank you, Budgie. All right. Anthony up to the mix. Well, let's try to pull up everything again. I want to make sure we're good to go. Sebring next week. It's going to be a blast. I like Sebring. I like driving it. You know, all of the entertainment value that it does present itself. Oh, man. Thank you to Sim 500 for the shares. Thank you to basically everybody who gets out there and continues to make this thing absolutely amazing. So thank you very much to everybody. Kevin King, still your race leader, 6.5 second lead. He's been able to make that Audi work. Jorgensen off. And now we're seeing drivers coming to pit road. William Amshoff doing himself some justice. Fall off right now. About half a second, so it's really not all that much. The track's starting to distance itself. Kind of want to pull the weather up here just a little bit, just to kind of see where the drivers are at. The air temperature is 78 degrees still, or 70 degrees still. Track temperature still at 84 degrees, and so things are they're being justified. That's for sure. Jorgensen Jr. in second, right where he started. Robert Priory up 2. Tommy Ryan's going to be up 2 as well. Wesley Donaldson coming to pit road. William Amshoff on pit road as well. Matt Spangler, Jonathan Schweikart, Justin Nelson coming around is going to take over a couple of spots here as he leaves pit road. Progar's going to pick up another spot or two. Amshoff out. So is Wesley Donaldson as they leave pit road. Pit road's busy. Thank you, Budgie. Much love to you. Kevin King into the corner straight away, so working nicely. 7 seconds between first and second, so You seeing Jorgensen there, the 29, coming to pit road. We'll see if anybody tries to lead a different lap. We'll see Jorgensen coming to pit road again. 30% fuel, so they're running very quick laps. Not only are they running very quick laps, but they're also running longer. They're running more at speed, more higher speeds as well. Kevin King coming around as we'll see drivers make the pass. Jorgensen Jr. on pit road. Tommy Ryan's going to lead a lap here. Going to make that attempt. Nick Silver out there in that Ford Mustang. He's going to go a little bit longer. Jonathan Thier doing the same thing. So drivers pitting about halfway, getting onto the limiter here as quickly as they can. Mike Kelly coming to pit road. Progar's going to be right behind him. William Emshoff coming around. He's going to stay out. Oh, there was somebody just ahead. It was the 5-2 of Roger Strickland. Good to see Roger out there. He did not have the race he needed last night, but he came in on 9. He got about a minute of damage fixed. So he's out there running. Kevin King, quick pit stop there, 11.78 seconds. Jorgensen closes in about 0.6 of a second on the pit stop. Comes out fourth behind him. Emshoff's going to be right there as well. Wesley Donaldson up to speed. Going to close in a little bit of time here as he looks ahead. Emshoff at the 04 has pulled his Porsche back in line as well. Robert Friery right behind Jorgensen Jr. Had a blink. Oh, he's out of the race. He got booted. No, he was having a great race. Tommy Ryan coming to pit road. Lock up the tires, get down to pit road speed. And we'll see Nick Silver doing the same thing. Kevin King coming around the Nashville turn 2 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Again, the driver's driving backwards than what you're used to, but the right way when it comes to the road course. Tommy Ryan on pit road will take his pit stop. Nick Silver on pit road. He's in second. Kevin King will reassume the lead here as they come around to the front straightaway. Emshoff 7.8 seconds. Donaldson close in as the time starts now. 19.5 minutes in. Drivers kicking butt and taking names. They're throwing on exciting. See where the battles are here. There's our good buddy Glenn Campbell. A Corvette. Putting on, hurting on it. There's Emshoff. A little Ford action just ahead of him. Lane Phillips just ahead of that driver. The Motorcraft Ford Mustang 1145. We'll see second place looking to the inside. The braking zone goes to the advantage of the 04. The Porsches just brake so much easier, but I'm seeing the Audi. The R8 is absolutely just knocking it down. And goes to show you just do it, right? We have the McLaren 720S out there, the Ford Mustang GT3, the Chevy Corvette Z06, the Audi R8, Ferrari 296s are out there, the Lamborghini Huracan, Mercedes AMG GT3, and then the Porsches are the 911s, the Porsche 911s. I like it. There's no Murcielago out there. If you're a DDE fan, you know what I mean. It's my favorite car out there, folks. If I were a millionaire or multi-millionaire, I guess you'd have to be a multi-millionaire to own one of those. If I had the money, that's the car that I would get right there. That would be my splurge. That would be my midlife crisis. But I love that car. Some people think it's ugly. Some people would rather have a Porsche. I like that car. If I had a midlife crisis and I didn't have a family and I wasn't a responsible adult, that would be it right there. So we all have goals, and that's my goal. So Greg Hammond having an issue on his 8th lap. Take a look and see what happened here. Oh man, I was going to say there was a wreck there. I wanted to go back and see. There's the 9 there as well. I think Glenn just got freed up. Let's take a look. He was backing into the corner. Drivers gave him a little boost. Somebody got free up there. Who was that? Bobby. Oh, we got free right there. And just slides there. And then, oh. Was that Nate? That was Nick Silver there. Was that Bobby? Oh, Bobby gave him a little bump. He's good. They're fine. All right, they're rolling. So there's that's my favorite car. It's not the fastest one out here on the racetrack, but you know, that's what that would be what it would be. Ross Harlow up 4 in ninth. Brian Workman having an issue. We're checking in on what these drivers have got going on. Brian, heavy brakes, heavy brakes, heavy brakes. Did he just get a little free? He did. He did. You know, he got a little drift sideways. He pulled the action, right? Harlow in fourth. Kevin King, William Amshoff are going to be out there as well. Wesley Donaldson. Sorry, I had some messages I had going on. Robert Fryery's going to be in fourth. Tommy Ryan's in fifth. Spangler Sweetheart's going to be out there in seventh. Nick Silver up 4 spots again for Russ Harlow. He's having a good night. There's Richard Swaveley off 3, but he's working. Mike Kelly, Justin Nelson. How about Justin Nelson here? His driver's up 19 spots. Would be your biggest mover of the race right now. Mike Kelly right behind him up 14. Second biggest mover of the race right now. Tyler Dalton, Pro Car back here, hurting on him. Glenn Campbell, last driver on the lead lap currently. We'll see John Fowler just ahead of him. As they go to work. Glenn Campbell a lap down. I don't know why it's showing him on the all technicality, showing him on the lead lap. A minute 18 to Nelson Rivera. So Rivera, the technical lap car. Tyler Dalton right there at 17th. So that would be the 20th place car. Nelson Rivera up 11 spots. 125.18, the max number. He's closed it in. Kevin King does not need to make an issue. Strickland having an issue. James Smith having an issue as well. But here they go. William Amshoff, Wesley Donaldson, top 3 so far. Fryery having a good night in the 77. 3 Porsches make up the top 5. 1 Audi, who's your race leader. And Tommy Ryan has Matt Spangler right behind him. So the 2 Corvettes going at it. The McLaren of John Schweikart is going to be oh no, something happening. Somebody was off track. Who was it? Lane Phillips. Lane Phillips, the number 6 car. Whoa. Dylan Johnston. Here's what happened. He went to get into the corner here. I heard it. I think he might have he just caught a little bit too much grip there. Hey, you know what? He pulled that thing right off the track. He's good to go. Lots of things. It's Younger. Appreciate you, sir. Little encoder love right there. All right, we gotta fix this. Sorry about the skipping there, folks. I had double encoding. Didn't mean to double encode. Kevin King, 3 minutes left. A couple of laps to go here as they continue to work. Bobby Wetzel off track. He has got himself a good-looking scene. Thank you for the shout-out. And again, moving things around. Again, big encoder issues happening here. I do apologize once again for any of the encoder issues that we're seeing. You see any skipping out there. It is something that I know what's going on. So, again, apologies for any issues that you see on the stream right now. It is absolutely my fault. Good deal, man. I'm glad you had a good stream today. I'm glad you had a good stream. I'd like to be able to get you guys, get you hooked up, making sure that Facebook is set up, and I'll show you how things should be set up here whenever I'm done. Because I've got to get in and fix mine. Because, well, let's face it, I did the thing. M. Schaff, Wesley Donaldson, 2.2 separate those drivers. Close battles on the racetrack right here. Tyler Hunter, Justin Nelson, and Mike Kelly. Mike Kelly just behind him. Lots of things happening. Hunter up 2. Justin Nelson up 19. Mike Kelly right behind him, trying to get one more spot. The Porsche trying to hold off that Corvette trying to hold off the Porsche. We'll see if the Corvette holds. A little wheel hop for the Porsche of Mike Kelly. He's going to be up 15, trying to get one more spot. Justin Nelson right there in that Corvette doing a great job of managing. 12 new followers and stream for 5 hours. That's what it is, man. You got to put the hashtag time in. Hashtag time in, folks. Kevin King sees Nelson Rivera go a lap down, 11 spots gained for the 20. He started the tail end of this race course. What's up, Paul? Good to see you, man. We're getting down to the wire. We've got 1 lap to go with Kevin King out front. The 30-lap timer getting ready to expire. This is the white flag for the final lap here at Indianapolis Road Course. Kevin King coming around, putting the absolute legendary moments in. We will be making some adjustments. I'll be dominating. He's kicking butt, man. He really is. That Audi is absolutely looking the finest right now. And we will we'll be doing some test streams. We're gonna have to do some test streams. We'll probably do a lot of them tomorrow, or we're gonna be 1440p on Twitch and 1440p on YouTube, and then we'll do a whole test for especially when it comes to iRacing. I want to make sure everything's good. Good to see Paul out there. Paul's a legend in the making. And I did make an adjustment on the overlays to put it back at 2560 and 1440. So that's why everything's a little bit smaller as we get down to it. Kevin King rolling. A dominating performance, 13 seconds. And the driver that I thought was closing some distance down was Mark Jorgensen Jr., and he had a DC moment. I want to give everybody some love out there that is out there. First and foremost, if you're out there in the southern U.S. region, my thoughts and prayers are out to you and your families. Please make sure that you're safe if you can be safe. We want to make sure that you all know that we'll be there. Kevin King comes home the victor. He needs to be careful. Drivers are still racing off behind him, so we want to make sure that everybody's good. But Kevin King, your race winner, William Amshoff, has Wesley Donaldson on the straightaway. Amshoff will come home second. Wesley Donaldson third. So that'll be your top 3. Your podium positions are locked in. Robert Fryery still out there. He's going to come home 4. Tommy Ryan in tow. First Corvette on the racing surface. Right behind him, another Corvette finishes in 6th. First McLaren working, Nick Silver. It's going to be right behind him, that Mustang. Jonathan Schweikart is going to be right there, up 5. He finishes 7th. Jonathan Silver finishes up 1 in 8th. Ross Harlow comes home with a Mercedes in 9th. And then Rich Swavely right behind him, going to be in the McLaren as well. He finishes in 10th. Jonathan Thier. And then off 1 from the start of the race. He's trying to get one more spot. Mike Kelly closes in in his Porsche. Tell you what, Corey Wolf in the Lamborghini. He comes home there. Mike Kelly up 16. Justin Nelson right behind him. up 19. Your two biggest movers of the race. Justin Nelson, your biggest mover of the race, up 19 spots from the beginning of the race. Tyler Hunter finishes in 15th, right where he started. His Baby Shark Baby Shark Porsche. It looks like a dinosaur more than it looks like a Porsche, but it's got that big mouth on it. Progar comes home 16th. As they come around to complete this one, everybody should be good to go. Kevin King gets to celebrate here. As we'll hide that thing, and we'll go to your race results. iRacing, your platform for sim racing. Week 2 is finished. That is your warm-up. This is your race results coming up here. It is Kevin King, M. Shaw, Donaldson, Friery, Tommy Ryan, your top 5. He is destroying that beautiful car. You can't see it. It's behind the screen. Don't look at it. Spangler, Schweikart, Schweikart, Nick King, Ross Harlow, Rich Swaley, your top 10. Jonathan Thier. Yeesh. Corey Wolf, Mike Kelly, Justin Nelson, Tyler Hunter, your top 15. Proger and Dalton Calantoni, Barbara Rivera, your top 20. Then we'll move down the rest of your race results. Wortman in 21st, Jeff Ryan in 22nd, Johnston, Campbell, Phillips, Fowler, Strickland, Wetzel, Greg Hammond, James Smith, all the way through 30th. And then Jorgensen Jr., Jettina, Scott, and Livingston. Your 34 drivers tonight. They're going to be at Sebring next week. And we're going to take the opportunity here to have a little chitty chat with some of these drivers. Hey. How about them apples? It was a good race. It was fun. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that like button for me. If you didn't enjoy it, well, you can, same thing. We're waiting for them. Waiting for your P1. We have Donaldson's already ready to go. Wesley's like first guy in there all the time. But we try to talk to him in order. LaRue back in action next week again. Budgie, much love to you. Thank you very much. Things are going to be a little bit easier for us to manage. And after a dominating performance, Kevin King comes home, your victor. And man, oh man, that Audi was on lock tonight. What'd you do different than everybody else besides driving Audi?
Was I the only one? Last week I ran, I think I ran the Evo because I thought it was a new car and it would be the best car. Mm-hmm. And then I tried it here last week because last week was officials here. And I just looked at what everyone else was running, the fast guys, and everyone was seeming to run the Audi or the Porsche. And I drove the Porsche and it was fine. It just felt like it had a lot of understeer. It definitely took the bumps better coming onto that back straightaway. But the Audi is a little evil if you didn't really drive it correctly, but it was definitely faster for me around the track. So I just kind of stuck with it. Felt really good. And I figured, the pace would slow down a little bit during the race. I wouldn't have to go as hard. So I wouldn't have to get myself in trouble with getting loose. It would like to spin on entry. So I just try to, maintain pace and save fuel. And Mark was super fast. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he was behind me for most of the race, and Wesley was super quick. So definitely a lot more fun than I thought it would be. I'm not really a fan of this track, but this newest update seems to be quite a bit better for it.
Yeah, the V9 tire, man. That's I think that's what's helping out. You're getting grip where you need to get grip, and when it comes to this track, the pavement issues are starting to show up. There's character in the track again. Forgive me, sorry about that. I mean, do that in your ear. One of the things that we noticed, Mark was catching you, but Mark had a DC. I think he's having the southeast weather issue. I think that's some of the stuff going on there. But outside of that, man, a good race. I thought pit road was going to be where some drivers caught you a little bit, and some drivers did close in a little bit of distance. But consistency is key, and these are sweeping corners. They're not necessarily, some are tight, but they're more back and forth rocking the car, and I think that right there takes enough skill in itself.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot more flowy than you probably think. And if you're just off a little bit, it screws you up for the next corner. So I think a lot of the times when I was, testing last week, I ran a couple practice sessions that I felt like the times I would really attack the corners, I would give up, more than I thought on exit. And you back it up enough to where you feel like you're not losing on corner entry, but you seem to gain a lot more on exit. And you just, you don't make the mistakes. You're not blowing the corners as easy, and your lap is a little bit more consistent over lap to lap. So I'm agreeing with you in the sense that yes, it's definitely more flowing, and you can't just point and shoot your way around it. And I think that's what made me kind of run this car. I felt like it allowed me to just be on the throttle, kind of just flow through the corners a little bit more consistently. But who knows? The next race, whatever track it is, it might you might ask for a different car. If it's a straightaway car, I think there's a few that are really good on the straightaways. If it's a tight car or tight track, there's all these different characteristics, and that's I really like the GT3 cars. Are so fun. I bought a wheel last year, and I've been wanting to run it a lot. And I dabble in some officials here and there with Ferrari and GT3 or GT3 Fix series, and it's super fun. But when I get to run it, it's just it's just a lot different than oval, and I really appreciate the guys who are super fast at road and how they can do this so consistently. It makes me want to try to do it, but I can't to their level. I can do what I can do, but it's definitely fun. The league is super fun. Allows me to kind of, get back out there and run some more road cars and change it up a little bit from manufacturer to manufacturer. And hopefully next week will be just as fun. Hopefully I can make it and, see what we can do there.
It's Sebring next week, so that's a whole different ball of wax. It's a fun track too. But one of the things that I will say, I mean, yes, there were 3 R8s in the race tonight. The other 2 finished in the 30s. So he had something figured out here. And there's just early issues for those drivers. So they could have been up there too. But fastest lap on lap 3, 124.767. Your average lap time 127.907. The drivers behind you 128.555 closest. So you beat the average lap time by 0.6 of a second over any other driver. I think that's worthy of celebrating that the Audi was good here.
Yeah, like I said, I had a buddy of mine because I knew it was going to be one or the other. I had laps in both, and I asked the buddies like, "Hey, how do I figure out what the best car was for last week?" And he's like, "Oh, what week was it?" And so I gave him the information. He gave me the stats, and it was like of the top 10, the top 8 were Audis. I'm like, okay, I'm running that car. So I usually go off of what the road guys do, and they seem to, as long as I can drive it. I figured out how to drive it a little bit easier, but initially it was tough. It was kind of a wicked car, but I just kind of go off of what they do, and then if it kind of meets my driving style, then I just will run it. But I definitely had some backup. The Porsche seems to be a good all-around car for every track for the most part, it seems like. So it'd always be my backup unless it's somehow the most overpowered car. But Sebring is not my favorite track, I will say. I'm not a big fan of running on airports that are bouncing up and down. There's not really a lot of racing. You kind of just run laps by yourself. And if you do try to race, you typically wreck. So not a big fan of that track. So we'll see what happens. I've never been good there. I can never figure out the last corner or the first corner or any of the corners in between. So we'll see. It definitely is a unique track. It's just not something that I'm like, oh yeah, let's go run Sebring. That should be fun.
Yeah,
it's not my cup of tea.
The only time I get excited for Sebring is the Sebring 12 or the 6-hour races that we get to get out there and do some iRacing things with. And but that is to only call them. I like this kind of racing. I mean, we could go a little longer. 30 minutes is kind of fun, but we could have went a little longer on this one. But it's for first.
It's perfect for me. Like it to me, it feels like it's the perfect. 30 minutes is one pit stop. You have the fuel set to a certain way. I feel like it's a really good. Much longer. You're not really doing anything different unless you needed tires, which again, some people may not use tires anyway. So I don't know if it changes too much, other than maybe some guys who have a bad quality lap can make up some time. But I feel like it's a pretty good mix of time. And like I said, I had fun doing it. I enjoy some of the road course stuff. I got my first Daytona 24-hour race win this year.
I like it.
So I've always been a fan of it, but the 30-minute stuff that the biggest thing for me is like when I run officials, my I rating is such to where I get some demons out there that their racecraft is a little difficult for me to kind of to take upon. So I usually get wrecked quite a bit because I'm not used to how they race. And so guys here, way more respectful. If you're faster, they let you go. They're not trying to race you super hard, and I think that makes it all more fun too. Not thinking, if I try to pass this guy, we're both going to wreck. So it just changes the environment quite a bit. I definitely like racing with these guys on Monday nights, and to have them come out here and still be quick is pretty remarkable. Road, like I said, road is no joke. It's a completely different world, and animals. So if you can get around road and consistently, you're doing something right.
I tell you what, it brings me back to being a fan of iRacing and all the and all. I mean, there's a reason why I do this. I'm a fan of iRacing, of course, but to be able to watch the field come out here and do this week in and week out, that's it's enjoyable for me, and it makes me a bigger fan of the platform and all the things that we can do with it. So, my man, give me shout outs. You get a victory here today, week 2.
Yeah, appreciate Joey and all the guys. I think it's Nelson and a few other guys putting the league on. I know there was kind of something kind of thrown out there a little bit, was like, hey, would you want to do this? I was like, man, hell yeah, that's awesome. So all the guys who were, there's 34 guys showed up tonight, 33 guys showed up tonight. That's pretty amazing for road stuff. Most oval guys, or some oval leagues that I've seen, don't even get that on the oval side. So the fact that you got 33 guys showing up to road stuff and having some fun is a testament to kind of the guys who run it, the guys who are in it. So appreciate all those guys, you for putting on the broadcast, and can't wait to go back. I always enjoy going back and watching how the races play out and see who's doing what. So look forward to going back and watching that. Don't have any road sponsors. I just run a GSI wheel, pretty cool little X29 little thingy that I, made it flash and all this cool stuff when I was able to shift. But yeah, I would say thanks to my buddy Mitchell DeYoung. He's always been a road guy. He's doing some nitro cross stuff now. He's always kind of taught me what to do on the road side of things and what to look for and how to attack some stuff. So his insight's always helpful. So appreciate him. But beyond that, not much. Appreciate you guys.
All right, brother. Well, we'll see you next week, and good luck in the rest of your races this week.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Kevin King coming home in victory lane. And is Billy Fingers? I'm assuming this is Will, because if it is, I love your Discord name.
Appreciate it. Yes, it is.
V2 finished tonight, man, in that Porsche. LaRue slapped all over the side of it. Walk me through your race. You and Wesley were the closest battle there for the top 3, 4, 5 right there for a hot minute. Good pit stop. I mean, able to manage once you took over second. You're pretty much just managing that spot for the longest time.
Yeah. When the race started, I got comfortable, behind Mark and Wesley. I was just kind of following them around. And then I was hoping to pit, say, a lap earlier than them and overtake at least 1 or 2 in the pit stop, which ended up working out. And then I think Mark had an issue or some kind of penalty.
I don't know if he had a penalty. I thought he just DC'd because he was there one moment and gone the next. He was on the track, so I thought it was maybe a disconnection issue. If he got a penalty, I didn't see it, so that's a shame. That's a shame if it did. I thought maybe he was having southeast weather,
Yeah.
which could be happening. And thank goodness Milton didn't go back up the coast and is swimming out to sea. Man, what do you think, Indy? You're running Indy backwards, and knowing what lies ahead when it comes to the NASCAR side of things. The GT3 cars running backwards on Indy. What's that like from a driver standpoint?
It is a little different, actually turning right a lot on Indy. I mean, I really like the Indy Oval course a lot, but the road course does seem to have a good flow to it. And with that flow, if you get in your zone, it's kind of hard. I think not as many places to make mistakes as a lot of other places. You just got to focus on your points. It's pretty easy to, at least for me. But
I think my only complaint about the Indy road course is the actual turn 2. The traditional turn 2. which would be 11, 12, somewhere around there. When you get up onto the actual racing surface into the corner and you're driving backwards, that's where I make my most mistakes on this racetrack. The sweeping corners, and I was talking to Kevin about it. You are basically sweeping in and out of each corner so much that you kind of have to really just manage yourself and manage the track. But when you get up on the actual racing surface and you hit the banking backwards, that's when I have my issues.
Yeah, and then also, like you said, on the inside part, it's when you start pushing too hard.
Mhm.
More so when you make mistakes, or at least when I see people get in trouble, it's like you gotta slow down a little bit to speed up, right?
Yep. Yep. So you got to just and road series racing for me is LaRue. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. It's LaRue eSports out there. One of the things that I see out of this, excuse me, is basically, every race is going to be fighting the track instead of and I think that's if you focus on what the track is doing to your car, you're either going to make or lose positions based on how you attack the track more so than you attack the drivers, because you're gonna be able to set up race lines if you can be comfortable. So you guys, everybody put on a great race tonight. It was just good. It was good to see. It was good to watch. And you guys look comfortable out there. A couple of drivers had some issues, but for the most part, it looked like it was a comfortable race.
Yeah, and it seems like a very fun series, at least so far. There's at least competition for everybody too. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all throughout the field. I mean, you've got some 5,000 I-rated drivers. We've got some 600 I-rated drivers. We've got everything in between. So there's no room for it. There's success all over the board. You know what I mean? So I think you're always going to be bidding for position. We have two different winners or two different races, which is even cooler because then you don't have that one ringer that comes out here and wins everything. So this right here just makes it all the difference, I think, and it just goes to show what the drivers can do and what you guys can do. And seeing you tearing up the bottom of your car coming across one of the turns, did you find this car bottoming out over the turtles more so than anything else?
yeah, and sometimes curbs get you in trouble, but I don't know. I think they're fun. So
They're fun to wheel hop. You catch some air, get all four tires off the ground. I think it's fun. It's me.
yeah,
It's like skateboarding with a 3,000-pound car.
yeah, it got me into trouble last week, but we made it through it this week. So
What's your plan for Sebring next week, man?
Geez, see, I'm probably better at like the NASCAR road courses and the actual road courses, so I'll have to practice a lot more there. So I'm not sure how fast I'll be. I'll just stick to survive. Hopefully do well again, but we'll see.
It's a technical track. It's probably one of the hardest tracks you guys are going to go to on this circuit. So, it'll be fun though. It'll be fun. William, give you a shout outs, and I appreciate you, King. Thank you very much for the follow out there on Twitch. Please, by all means, man, give a shout out. It's a P2 finish tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for hosting and everything, and thanks to guys at LaRue for setting everything up.
It's gonna be fantastic. They gave us a big old like and follow out there, so we always appreciate the sponsors coming in. His folks, his Discord name is Billy Four Fingers. So if you need to get a hold of William, it's Billy Four Fingers. I like it. I love your name. Really
Appreciate
do.
it, man. Aerodynamics makes you a little fat.
I like it. I absolutely like it. William, much love, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's William coming home P2, and then last but not least, Wesley Donaldson coming home P3 tonight. Almost closed it down, 0.6 of a second difference when it comes to the finish of this race. You're working your way to the back bumper of William there. Walk me through your race, man. Congrats on a P3.
Yeah, it was pretty uneventful, which I guess is a good thing in this kind of a racing, especially when you start up front. I felt like the three of us, so Mark and William and I, were all pretty close on speed. It was I don't think anybody was outright faster. Maybe Mark was a hair faster than both of us, but it seemed like we were kind of one person was faster one lap, one person was faster the next. So it really would have really been interesting to see what would have happened had Mark not looked like he got a unsafe exit or something like that, which is why he ended up disconnecting. Uh, but um, but either way, the battle with William was fun there. I think I took a little bit too much fuel on pit road. I was trying to look at my overlay and see what I needed, and it kept like hopping to two numbers that just weren't that close, and I was like, I don't know what I need to take, and I don't want to calculate it in my head right now, so I just took the higher amount.
I
So
get it. I get it. I'm the
yeah,
auto guy. I'm the guy that goes, sorry, I just need enough to get to the end of the race.
yeah. I mean, usually my Race Labs overlay is pretty close, and I can adjust it if I need to. But like I said, it just kept hopping back and forth to like it was like 5.1 gallons, and it would say like 6.4, and I'm like, I don't know
That's
what
too
to
much.
put in.
That's too much of a discrepancy. Yeah, I get that. I get that a lot. That's a lap or not.
Yeah, so I just put in I think 6.6, and I knew it, and knew it kind of screwed me a little bit the second I saw William pull off while I was still sitting there. But yeah, tried to run him back down. Almost got a little bit of help doing it with those lap cars. I think between the last two laps, I gained 1.6 seconds on him. But just I don't think even if I got to him, I don't know if I'd have been able to make a pass either way because we were just so close on time. But it was a ton of fun.
Your best lap was your last lap, by the way.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
126.14. It's what it was looking like.
I ran a 125.0 on lap 3.
What is it saying? Oh, my overlay's jacked up. Yeah, 125.046. Yeah, what it says. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it said my SDK's not being kind to me right now. Okay. It hates me. It hates me today. Plus, if you go back and watch the stream, you see a little bit of skipping. We're putting 1440p on two platforms, so I forgot to dial something in, so there might be a little bit of a stutter there in a couple of places. But it was still a good race. This is a great race to call, great race to watch, and visually speaking, this is not one of my favorite road courses, right? Just because visually speaking, it doesn't have the things that you are used to seeing, other than it just being at Indy. We see Indy in 5 different configurations, but it is fun to drive because, like I was talking to the other 2 drivers, you're basically on a sweeping edge. If you were in one of these cars, you'd be so much back and forth, it'd be unreal.
Yeah, I enjoy driving this track. I got kind of a soft spot for it because I've seen a lot of races here in person. Especially the last few years with Cup running there and everything. And this was the first track I got an official win on that wasn't in a rookie road series. It was in a GT3, so that feels a little bit special for me. But it is really, really rewarding when you nail some of those back and forth sections, like especially the one after the backstretch there. Like if you can just really nail that, it's so much fun to drive through there. But yeah, it's not the prettiest track in the world, but it's an interesting layout to say the least.
That's what I would say. It's visually not pleasing, but it's fun to drive. That's
that. And you got a couple corners there that are almost like blind corners, like the second to last corner there, like right where pit entrance is. Like you turn and you trust that you're kind of hitting the apex right. But that, and I think the one, I can't even think of the turn number at this point, but it's the one like coming right before you hit the little switchback going onto the back straightaway.
So
it's kind of like a weird angle.
5. Yeah, where it's got the turtle on the right side, so you have to kind of right wheel it to be able to get back to get the switch back to get onto the straightaway. Yeah.
There's a lot of little just kind of quirky things, but I don't know. I enjoy this place.
Nuances on and what's great about this too is that you have to trust yourself. You have to trust the track. When it comes to, there's not a lot of elevation change here. Actually, the grass in some areas sits higher than the racetrack. So you're pretty much having to, and you were talking about the blind corner coming around where pit road entry is. That's a lot of where the grass is when it comes to this racetrack. The grass sits higher than the racetrack. So you're trying to adjust and constantly make sure that you're just in a move, in that groove.
Yeah, because all it takes is one little missed corner in some of those sections, and then you feel like you're playing catch up the rest of the time. And especially, I mean, you touch that grass at all, you might be going around either way, but then it really throws you off.
Well, then you have to clean your tires because now we have the foliage pickup, right? These V9 tires have really shown up, and it's starting to get closer and closer to the real thing. So it's been fun, Wesley. This was good. I'm glad to see you get up here, get a top 3, and we get to talk to you before Sebring, where, well, it all could break loose and it could be a fun race. It could be.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be.
Personally, I don't own the track yet. I'm familiar with it, but I may be here, I may not next week. I got a work thing that's gonna put me kind of close as far as if I get back on time, but
Right.
I'm sure I'll run some laps ahead of time, and hopefully it's not too chaotic.
It'll be good. It'll be fine. If we can get through Watkins Glen and the Indy Road Course, we can get through Sebring. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be fine. It'll be good. Wes, give you shout outs, man. You got a P3 finish tonight. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, just want to say thanks to everybody here at Sim 500, all the admins who put everything on, all the sponsors, especially LARUE for this series for coming on, sponsoring, getting you on here to broadcast. Appreciate you coming out every week. Thanks to Go Racing Diecast, NC811, Trans Service, WBD Diecast, all the sponsors of Sim 500. Really appreciate everybody that came out to race tonight. I didn't know with us being a primarily oval league, not had run in a road series before, having 30 plus people these first 2 weeks it's been really cool to see. And congrats to Kevin on the win, and hopefully I can come back next week and maybe steal a win myself.
Tell you what, you keep having these large fields, it'll be just fine, especially when we get to, Road Atlanta, Road America, those kinds of things. That'll be Road Atlanta is going to be the one that I like the most. It has a lot of character, has a lot of walls, and if something goes wrong, boy, it's going to be fun to watch. Wesley, much love, man. Always a pleasure. And of course, and always, man, we'll check out you later, okay?
Yep.
It's Wesley Donaldson, coming on P3, LARUE GT3 Series, knocking it out of the park. We appreciate everybody being out there, of course. They get to LARUE eSports October 26th. I will wish you a happy birthday, Brent. I told you got to jump into my stream on October 26th. Good to see you out there. I'm checking through chats here. I don't have all of my chat up right now because we had to double encode tonight. So just now catching over. I saw your messages when I was doing driver interviews on the left-hand side, so I was trying to catch up with the stream stuff. So much love to you, man. Thank you for the like as well. Thank you, King. Thank you. I saw the Twitch. Thank you for Paul. No, you're the legend, dude. You are all legends. Everybody out there. Budgie is a legend. Everybody is a legend. Absolutely phenomenal series to be able to do this. And again, apologies to the league for any skipping that we saw tonight. I want to always make sure that you all know that I'm constantly trying to improve and constantly trying to do more to make our streams that much more visually pleasing. So we will do more. We will continue to do more, and we're going to be 1440p on Twitch and YouTube. I want to thank Twitch for allowing me to do that. Mike Kelly up 16 spots today. Justin Nelson up 19 spots today. So those are your two biggest movers of the race. Fastest lap of the race ran by Kevin King, your race winner. And he pretty much led the whole dang thing. No lead changes. That's or we had a couple of lead changes. Let me pull up the race stats one more time for you. We had 2 lead changes. Kevin King led some laps, and then Tommy Ryan led some laps. So those are your 2 lead changes for tonight. So this was fun. This was a good stream, and we'll do it. We'll see everybody tomorrow for the Ballistic Race. That is a charity race that we're doing, or a fundraiser race we're doing for my wife. It's to help raise money for her jaw. So if you guys want to be a part of that stream tomorrow, I encourage you to do so. We're trying to raise as much money as we can between now and next Friday when she has surgery. So that is near and dear on my mind. A little stressed about it. We want to make sure it's taken care of. So it's much needed. Thank you, Brent. I appreciate you. You rock, brother. I appreciate you. Budgie, much love to you. To all of our fans and family and friends, thank you so much to everybody for being out there. Be good, be safe, be kind of one another. It's the most important factor. Please stay safe if you're out there on the southeast coast. If you're up there in Canada like Brent, much love to you, man. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.